and thank you for joining me for this special presentation on singing bowl basics. Today I'm going to talk about the basics of singing bowls, from where they come from to how they are used in a therapeutic setting and how they are made. I thank you for joining me for this special presentation. And before we get into the presentation, I would like to ask you to take a moment to just relax, to close your eyes, to take a deep breath, and allow your mind to focus on the theme of gratitude. Listen and enjoy the sound of these soothing and relaxing singing bowls. As the sound of the bowls begins to fade, I invite you to come back into your body, to gently put some movement back into your body, maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a few nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And if you haven't done so already, allow your eyes to gently open into a soft gaze. My name is Rob Meyer Kukan. I am a licensed massage therapist, a licensed sound therapist, natural health educator, Reiki practitioner, musician, and educator. I am a retired church music director, and I'm studying naturopathy at the Naturopathic Institute of Therapies and Education in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. That is a 4-year program at the end of which I will be a certified naturopath. I will sit for the national board exam and earn the title of naturopathic doctor. My practice is called Seven Notes Natural Health, and it is located in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I want to share with you a quote by Ava Rudy Jansen. It goes like this. The large metal bowl sits heavily in my hand. I strike the rim gently with a felt-tipped beater. A humming, singing sound envelops me. The deep throbbing undertones gradually change into undulating overtones. I strike the bowl again, and then again and again. The more I strike, the more the room in which I am sitting is filled with sound. That sound calms me. I gradually lose an awareness of time and place. I am living in the sound, and the sound is living in me. I was overjoyed when I found that quote because it really, really, really described my first experiences with singing bowls in an incredible way. And so today I'm happy to share with you some information about singing bowls. And the first thing we're going to talk about are these things you see on your screen right here. These are the strikers or beaters or mallets that we use to play the singing bowls. And there are two ways in general that we play the bowls. One is to gong strike the bowl, which is to take the beaters, generally the mallets or sticks or beaters that are on the left-hand side of your screen, with a yarn or a rubber or rubber covered with something else or a felt-tipped mallet, and gently strike it like you see in the video here. The other way is sort of the signature method using the strikers that are found on the right-hand side of the screen. And that is where the bowls really get their name, the singing bowl. It is to rub the felt striker around the rim of the bowl, as you see on your screen here, creating that singing tone or that singing sound. So two ways to play the bowls: to gong strike them like you would many percussion instruments, or to rub the suede striker around the rim, creating that sustained singing sound. Now, our singing bowls have made a big splash onto the scene for therapeutic use. And they have a lot of appeal. And here are just a few reasons why they're so appealing. They have so many benefits. But if you're going to receive a session of sound therapy with singing bowls, these are the benefits you can expect or may potentially experience. Number one, a deep meditative state. Next, your muscles will gently relax. Creativity is boosted and increased. Depression, stress, and sleep issues are reduced. Focus is raised. The mind is cleared. Blockages and tensions are eased. Mood is balanced. Chronic pain and fatigue are reduced, etc. But all of this can really be summed up in one word, and that is this: relaxation. The majority of the clients that I work with express that they have experienced deep states of relaxation when experiencing these singing bowls. So we have to ask the question, where do these singing bowls come from? And there's a lot of stuff that you see on social media and on the internet and advertised in fair trade stores. Most of them are referred to as Tibetan singing bowls, but I would contest that they are more appropriately referred to as Himalayan singing bowls. So I'm going to invite you to take a journey with me from where I live in Michigan all the way over to Tibet. And as we make that journey, we have to look at the geography of this land. The Himalayan mountains are not just specifically related to the area that we call Tibet, but rather the Himalayan mountains run through Nepal, India, and China, particularly the Tibetan region of China. So these bowls that are made in this area really are more appropriately called Himalayan singing bowls, because they're not simply kept to just the area of Tibet in their origins. So now that we know where they come from, let's take a look at how Himalayan singing bowls are made. There are two main ways that Himalayan singing bowls are made. The first is a process that is extremely old and is sort of the traditional way. And that's the one we're going to talk about a lot. That's called hand hammering. And we're going to talk about that a lot, and you're going to get to see a bit of that process. It's an extremely labor-intensive process, and it really, really gives you a deep appreciation for these amazing instruments. The second way that Himalayan singing bowls are made is a process of casting, like we cast bells. So hand bells are cast. The Liberty Bell was cast in a mold. And singing bowls can be made in that same way as well. We're not going to focus on that today, but it is important that you know that that does exist. So, what are our singing bowls made of? Well, the traditional Himalayan singing bowls, the hand-hammered bowls, are made of bronze. That's an alloy of copper and tin. And some of the bowls actually have a little bit of silver in them as well. But other Himalayan singing bowls can also be made from aluminum, brass, or even crystal. Today we're going to talk about, like I said, and focus on particularly the bronze hand-hammered singing bowls. So let's get started. So the manufacturing of these bowls begins with this process here. Molten or melted bronze is poured into these forms, and they create sort of what looks like a hockey puck, but it has a bit of a rounded bottom to it. You can see the form here is rounded on the bottom, and that's the very earliest beginnings of the shape of the bowl. Here you have a picture that gives you a preview of the process. You see what started off as that hockey puck with the rounded bottom is heated and then hammered, and it is this first smaller disc shape sort of at the lower left of your screen. It's been hammered some and is processed. And then the middle disc is a disc that has been hammered a little bit more. And in the back, you see a bowl that is shaped. And as the bowl is created, it goes through this process of hammering and heating and hammering and heating. And so here you see this group of men hammering over and over again this larger disc of metal that is red hot, that has been in the fire and is being turned by the one worker there at the top of the screen, so that the hammering goes all the way around. It goes around the entire shape of the bowl. In this next video, you'll start to see the bowl is taking shape. It's starting to look more like the bowls that we see. And it's neat to see this from the side view. You can really see that worker there who is working so diligently to keep that bowl turning in that form. Sure looks like a lot of work, doesn't it? And then we're back to the heat. In this video, we're going to start to see even more shape coming in. Look at how hot that bowl is. Here you can see the hammers have changed, and they're focusing all along the edge or the rim of the bowl. So it's really starting to get its shape now. This is fascinating work. So labor intensive. Each time I watch these videos, I have more and more gratitude for these amazing instruments and the amount of work that went into them. Yeah. So here we're at a point where the bowl is going to get cooled. The shape is where we want it to be, and you can notice that dark charred finish on the bowl. This is the way the bowl looks when it's done with the hammering and heating process. That looks very different than the bowls that you saw in the pictures earlier and that you see in your sessions, doesn't it? Well, the next step is to finish the bowl on a lathe. So they put the bowl on a lathe that spins, and they use this special tool to shave away beautiful golden ribbons of bronze metal, revealing that stunning, beautiful golden color. The shiny, beautiful golden hue is revealed in this process. Then the final work, the detailed work, gets done by hand. And here you can see again that there are still some beautiful golden threads of bronze being shaved in very light layers off of this bowl to give that beautiful shiny gold finish. And then we end up with our final product, the bowls that we see here on the table. These bowls are used in therapeutic sessions, in sound baths. This next picture is a picture of a setup of many instruments, but you can see in the foreground there, on the floor in particular, a large collection of Himalayan singing bowls. These are all metal bowls. A lot of them are the hand-hammered bowls. There are a few of the cast bowls. There are some aluminum bowls in the back left hand underneath the smaller gong that's sort of hanging perpendicular to the other gongs. But this is a picture of the collection of bowls that I am blessed to work with. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. I want to leave you with this quote by Edgar Cayce. The quote is that sound will be the medicine of the future. And I really truly believe that Edgar Cayce, in his role as the father of holistic medicine, really gave us a taste of what we can expect from our future and for our future. If you're interested in learning more about singing bowls, if you are interested in learning more about the work that I do, I invite you to visit my website, www.robmeyerkukan.com, or connect with me on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Rob Meyer Kukan. And I will put those links across the screen here for you as well. I thank you for joining me for this short introduction to singing bowls, singing bowl basics, and I hope you have a wonderful day.